Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So in this tutorial or in this class, we will be seeing what is Fibonacci series and how to write a program to generate a Fibonacci series. And we will also trace the program, how the Fibonacci series program is internally working. Okay. So first of all, what is Fibonacci series? So the Fibonacci series is a series of numbers where each element or each digit is the sum of previous two digits. Okay, I'll just write a definition over here. Please make a note. Okay, Fibonacci series is a series in which each digit is the sum of previous two digits. Good with that? Okay, so Fibonacci series is a series in which each digit is a sum of previous two digits. Okay, now in the Fibonacci series, one thing to remember is the initial digits, that is 0 and 1 are the default digits. Okay, and Fibonacci series will always start from 0. Okay, and we should always have the default digits as 0 and 1. Using these two digits, we can generate the entire Fibonacci series up to whatever the limit we want. Okay, let us consider what should be the next number over here. Okay, can you guess what should be the next number over here? The next number, as the definition says, it is the sum of previous two digits. What is the sum of previous two digits? That is 0 and 1. What is 0 plus 1? Is 1. Okay, now going to the next digit. What is the sum? What is the sum of 1 and 1? Okay, the next digit is the sum of previous two digits. What is that? 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Okay, let's consider one more place over here. What is the number over here? It is again the sum of previous two numbers, that is 2 and 1, which becomes 3. What is the next number might be? Can you guess? Again, it is the sum of previous two numbers, that is 3 and 2, which becomes 5. Right? Again, what is the next number here? Again, it is the sum of previous two numbers, that is 5 and 3, which becomes 8. Again, can you guess one more number? It is sum of previous two numbers, that is 8 plus 5, which becomes 13. Understood? This is how we write the Fibonacci series. Okay. Now, coming to the program, first let me explain you what is the structure of this program. Okay. In this program, you can clearly see we have written this program using functions. Okay. In the previous classes, you might have already come across, and I have taught you what is functions and how the functions work. Okay. This, I'm really sorry. This is the body of the function. This is the body of the function. It means this piece of the code, whatever you see in the blue line, will only execute when this function is called. Understood? Whenever this function is called, at that time, this blue piece of code is going to work. In that case, from where the execution of my program should start, it will start from here. That is n is equals to int of input, enter the limit. Pretty good. Okay. Now, what is that statement telling? What is that statement doing? N is equals to int of input, enter the limit. So, so listen, enter the limit. This statement will be printed on your screen. Is it? Because we have written in the input function. What is the input function? It is responsible to take the input from the console, from the user. Okay. And I have written int here. So that will be internally converted to int and that will be stored in where? N. So what is my N holding here? N is holding number 6. Okay, let's say I have given my input as 6, so my N will be holding 6. Okay, please remember. Now, what is the next statement I have? Fibo. What is that? That is a function call. What is that? That is a function call. I'm drawing some weird arrow marks here. Okay, that is a function call. Okay, in the functions chapter you might have learned that is a function call. Okay, and what is this? That is a called function. Called function. Pretty good. Now we will jump into the program and trace each and every line and each and every variable. Okay, so whenever you try to trace any program, remember one method. You always create a lookup table. What is a lookup table? You write down all the variables as one row and you go on writing its value at each step wherever the value is getting updated, and you will always consider the updated values. Pretty good. Okay. As I told, 0 and 1 is the default number in the Fibonacci series. So I have num1, which is number 1. This is 0. Okay. So I have the default values as 0 and 1. So for that, I have two variables called as num1 and num2. Num1 is holding 0, num2 is holding 1. I have one more number, maybe a pointer variable you can consider. Like, it's not exactly a pointer variable, but you can consider to keep track of the next number. Understood? And there is one more thing. There is one more variable called as count, where I keep track of my count, because I'm always incrementing by 1. Okay, because I'm jumping from one place to another place. It means I'm incrementing each time. Understood? That's why I have a count variable. So initially my count will be 2. Okay, let's jot down all these variables over here. Okay, let's write down num1. Okay, what's going on here? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just write down num1, and I'll have one more thing called as num2, and again I have one more variable that is next number. Okay, you should do this always whenever you try to trace a program. Okay, remember students, whenever you try to trace the program, you should always have a lookup table like this. Okay, count. Okay, let's move it here. I have the table called as num1, num2, next number, and count. Now let's fill the values. Okay, what are the values it is containing? What are the values it has? What are the values it has? Okay, let's write down. Num1 is containing 0. Num2 is containing 1. You can see here. Next number is having num2, which is internally 1. So again, next number will also be 1. What is the count? Count value is 2. Okay, I will store 2. Pretty good till here. Okay, we have executed the 4 lines, and after executing the 4 lines, these are the variable values we have. Let's go to the print statement. Okay, our favorite print statement. In the print statement, I have num1. What I'm doing? Simply I'm printing num1. Okay. Now again you have to go to the lookup table. It is like my memory. Okay, ये मेरा memory है guys. इसके अंदर जो भी चीजें हैं वो चीजें print हो जाएगी आपके screen पर. Okay, directly. Understood? Okay. Now print num1. num1 के अंदर क्या है? 0. चलो भाई 0 print कर देंगे हमारे screen पर. We have printed 0. Very good. Next, I have comma and space. I should give the space. I've already given the space. Next, num2. What is num2? Num2 में क्या है? 1. Again, 1 will be printed. Okay. Next, what is here? End is equals to space. It means it will just simply give the space. If you don't give this end is equals to space, your program will work. Instead, it will come to the new line. To avoid our control to come to the new line, we write end is equals to space. It means at end by default don't go to the new line, stay in the same line. Okay, mark this statement. Now, what is the next statement? I have while loop. Okay, why do we need while loop here? Okay, should be your question. Why do we need a while loop? We need a while loop. We are performing the repeated task. What is the repeated task? The task what is repeating here is printing of numbers. I am printing the numbers multiple times based on some condition. Okay, so whenever we are doing any task related to the series or related to some continuous task, we make use of looping constructs. Okay, we have many looping statements in the Python, that is while, do while, for, right? Okay, in this program we are using while loop. Let's focus on while loop. Okay, again, again to remind you guys, this 4 lines of code, this piece of code, okay, let me actually change the color for you guys. Okay, I will take green color. Okay, whatever you see here is part of while loop. It means these 4 statements will only execute when this while is true. Okay, while condition will always result in true or false. Whenever that condition is true, the following statements will be executed. If that condition is false, the following statements will not be executed. Remember this always. Okay, now what is the value of count I have here, guys? What is the value of count I have? I have the value of count as 2. Okay, and what is the n? What is the n? Here at the top, n is 6. Always remember, n is 6. Okay, now count is less than 6. What is count? Count is 2. What is n? N is 6. Is 2 less than 6? Tell me, guys. Is 2 less than 6? Obviously 2 is less than 6. It means it is true. This condition is true. This condition has become true. So now it should execute the following statements. What is the following statement? Print next number. Go to the lookup table. Okay, check for next number. What is the latest value of next num? Is 1. So 1 should be printed on your screen. It has printed 1. Again, I have end is equals to space. It means it should give a space. Come to the next line, guys. Count plus is equals to 1. What does it mean? Let me explain you. What does it mean? Okay, it means count plus equal to 1 is nothing but count is equals to count plus 1. Simply, that's all. Count plus is equals to 1 is nothing but count is equals to count plus 1. Now, what is the value of count? Count value is 2. 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1. You are very good at math. 2 plus 1 is 3. Count value becomes 3. Okay, let me update the count value over here. I'll just take the copy of that. This will be updated to 3. Okay, because count is equals to count plus 1. What was the previous value of count? 2. 2 plus 1, 3. So count has to be updated with 3. We have done executing the second line. Let's go to the third line. Okay, let's go to the third line. I'll just zoom in a bit. Okay, for your understanding. Hope this is clear. Okay, let's take the pencil. Okay, what's going on here? Num1 comma num2 is equals to num2 comma next number. Simply we are copying the variable values. Understood? num2 के अंदर जो भी है that will be copied to num1. num next number के अंदर जो भी value है that will be copied to num2. That's all, guys. There is no rocket science here. It is just copying num2. num2 के अंदर जो भी value है that will be copied to num1. Next num के अंदर जो भी value है that will be copied to num2. Okay, let's come to our this thing slate here. Okay, I will copy num2 to num1. num2 के अंदर क्या value है? 1. That should be, sorry, this should be copied to num1. I've copied. Okay, now next number's value should be copied to num2. I will just copy next number value to num2. Copy हो गया, guys. I just did the copy work. Okay, next number is equals to number 1 plus number 2. अभी नेक्स्ट नंबर क्या हो जाएगा? नंबर 1 प्लस नंबर 2. नंबर 1 प्लस नंबर 2 में क्या है? नम 1 में 1 है, नम 2 में 1 है. 1 प्लस 1 will become 2. So can I write 2 over here? Obviously, I can write 2 over here. Okay, nobody can stop me. Next, still remember, we are not done with the program. We are inside the loop. So always remember, whenever we are inside the loop, we have to again go check for the condition until it becomes false. What is updated value? What is the latest value of count? The latest value of count is 3. Very good. 3. Is 3 less than 6? 3 6 से छोटा है? Yes, obviously 3 is less than 6. That is the universal truth. Okay. Now, since this condition is true, enter the while loop. Okay, what do we have in the while loop? We have print statement. What we are printing? Print next number. Go back to the lookup table. What do we have in the next number? 2. So I will print 2 over here. Very good. Next, again, I have end is equals to space. What is end is equals to space? It will just give a space. Pretty good. Come to the next line. Okay, guys, I'll just erase. Oh my God. I'll just remove these lines because the code is not visible. Okay. Now, count plus is equals to 1. What it is doing? It is doing count is equals to count plus 1. What was the previous value of count? Previous value of count was 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So count will become 4. Pretty good. Yes. Now num1 comma num2 is equals to num2 comma next number. So num1 में क्या आ जाएगा? num2 का वैल्यू आ जाएगा. num2 में क्या आ जाएगा? नेक्स्ट नंबर आ जाएगा. So just copy num2 is equals to num1 and next number is equals to num2. I just copied. That's all. Again, next number is equals to num1 plus num2. What is that? Next number should be updated with num1 plus num2. What is num1 plus num2? 2 plus 1, 3. Can I update this to 3? I'll just update this to 3. Good. We are good here. Again, we are not done with the program yet. Still, we are in the loop. Again, go check the condition. What is the updated? What is the latest value of count? Is 4. Is 4, guys. Is 4. Is 4 less than 6? Yes, 4 is less than 6. Again, enter. Print. Next number. What is next number? Next number is 3. I'll just print 3 over here. Very good. Again, I have end is equals to space. I'll give a space. Very good. Come to the next statement. I have count plus is equals to 1. Again, count plus 1. Count plus is equal to 1 is nothing but count is equals to count plus 1. What is count? What was the latest value of count? 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Count should be updated to 5. I will update the count to 5. Got it? Okay. Now, I'll just make some space. Okay. मेरा board थोड़ा I'll just make some space where I can make some space. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just take all these things, move it to up so that I have some space over here. I will get it. Very good. Good. Pretty good. Okay. Now again go check the condition. What is latest value of count? 4. Is 4 less than 6? Yes. Enter. Again we will print the next number, that is 3. Already printed. Space. Next count is updated to 5. Again come back here. Now what is count? Count is 5. Is 5 less than 6? Guys, true. 5 is less than 6. Again enter. Print next number. What is next number? Next number क्या है? 3. Okay, we have printed 3 already. Okay, next go. Count plus is equals to 1, which is nothing but count is equals to count plus 1. What was the previous value of count? 4. 4 plus 1, 5. We have updated it to 5 already. Next, num1 comma num2 is equals to num2 comma next number. We have to copy now. Okay, num2 का num1 में लेके आओ, next number का num2 में लेके आओ. We'll do the same thing. num2 in num1, next number का num2 में आ गया. Pretty good. Next, I should update the next number here. Next number is equals to num1 plus num2. What is next number? Num1 plus num2. 3 plus 2, which becomes 5. Pretty good. Still, we are inside the loop. Okay, go check the condition again. What is the updated value of count? Is 5. Is 5 less than 6? True, 5 is less than 6. Enter. Print next number. What is next number? 5. Okay, 5 should be printed, right? Yes, of course, we should print 5. Okay, and end is equals to space. I should give a space. Next, count plus is equals to 1. What does it mean? Count is equals to count plus 1. What was the latest value of count? 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So count will become 6 here. Count has become 6. Very good. Count has become 6. Now, again, num1 comma num2 is equals to num2 comma next number. Okay, I should just update these values. Okay, yes. Now next number is equals to num1 plus num2. What is the next number? Next number should be num1 plus num2. What is num1? 3. What is num2? 5. What is 5 plus 3? It is 8. Okay, again go check the condition. Now remember guys, what is the updated value of say count is 6. Is 6 less than 6? Observe. Is 6 less than 6? No, never. 6 is not less than 6. Okay, so this condition fails and this will not be executed. Instead, it will directly come out. Understood? So here we have the output. What is the limit we had given? We had given the limit as 6 and we got the 6 numbers like up till 6. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll try the same program on our IDE what we used to do in the class, and let's see whether this program will give me the same result. When I give the input as 6, I should get the output as 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5. Okay guys, let's try that. Okay. I'll search for my idle. Okay, I got my idle over here. Okay, I'll go to file, new file. First, we have to save this file, right? Okay, I'll just save it in the desktop called as fibo.py. Why.py? Because it is a Python file and it should have the extension called as .py. Let's save it. Okay, I'll paste my program over here. Okay, I'll just save it. Go to run module. Okay, let's give the limit as 6 because we had taken the same example as 6 and we should get the output as 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5. Let's try. Cool, we got the same output as 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5. Okay guys, hope this is clear. If you face any difficulties, again rewind the video, watch it one more time. Okay, programming is all about logic, is all about tracing. Okay, until and unless you make the table like this and trace the values, you will not going to learn the programming language. You have to by heart. Okay, and by hearting the programs is a very bad idea. You should never ever try to by heart the program. You should try to understand the program, and that way you can write thousands and thousands lines of code. Okay students, barakallahu fikum, jazakallah khair, assalamu alaikum.